Hey, and thanks for watching. This is David from Unqualified Critics, and there are two things I want to talk to you about today. Number one, Arcade1up hit a huge milestone, 1 million cabinets sold. Hats off to them. Number two, there's a small business that I just heard about today, based in San Francisco, called Small Change Arcade. They make miniature, roughly 50% size arcade cabinets, and they are perfect replicas of the original. They even use real arcade boards and CRT monitors. So this is the real deal. Now, how are these two things related? Well, think about this. 3 years ago, the home arcade market was roughly $0. You have a few companies, there's like Chicago Gaming and Rec Room Masters. You have some shops out there that are still around that have built custom multicades for you, but very small companies, very enthusiast driven. There was nobody licensing the old arcades and then reselling them to you so you could have an arcade in your basement. Today we have that. We can thank Arcade1up for that. They've run an experiment. It's been successful, and a lot of money is being made. Now, when you think about a niche market offering like this Small Change Arcade, this is letting you rent these mini machines because they're too expensive and labor intensive to build to sell these. I'm sure it takes him a long time to build even one cabinet, but he has a handful of them. You can rent them and play them. Well, that couldn't be night and day different from the mass-produced Arcade1up angle. Here's where I think they overlap. Arcade1up is now the one and only company currently in the home arcade space with an interest in building out products so you can have a home arcade, bunch of different cabinets, not just one multicade, and two, they have enough money to properly develop and produce and sell a very high-end cabinet at scale. Pump these things out. Now, they've told us before they have to sell 3,000 cabinets of one of their normal products at their normal pricing, basically to break even or to make it worth it. And there's probably some profit included if they sell 3,000 units of a given title, but that's their target. That's their initial target. They want to at least hit that. Well, you figure if they sell a cabinet to Walmart, Walmart sells it for $300, they're probably selling it to Walmart for about $150, maybe a little less. Walmart can be pretty aggressive with their pricing negotiations, but they're also known to sell at a slim markup. So $150, I guess, is probably a safe estimate. It might be a little bit more. And we know some of their products are more than $300 at retail too. But they've got to sell 3,000 units where they pocket $150 at each unit. Walmart takes the rest. My argument is that they could be selling a high-end super cabinet, that Ferrari level cabinet, for a lot more than $150. I think they should be selling that at arcade1up.com. I think they could sell that, and after looking at these, by the way, for something this level of quality, now these have CRT monitors and there's original board, so let's take that out of the equation because that's never happening. But even with an LCD and just with emulation, I think people would pay $800 to $1,000. Getting over $1,000 for an emulated cabinet is probably a tough sell. I think some people would pay $800-900 for this. Arcade1up sells it themselves. They keep almost all the money. Yeah, they got to ship it out to you, and they got to give a couple % to Visa. But other than that, they're keeping all the money. So suddenly they now only have to sell 700, 800, 900 units to make a profit. And not only that, they just demonstrated they are the man when it comes to home arcade stuff because they just brought the noise. They gave you a cabinet that is basically perfect. It's a perfect mini arcade. I think that'd be a huge win for them as a brand, and just strengthen their brand, because then people would buy those cabinets. We all go make YouTube videos about it. Everybody gets excited. And maybe someone buys one of those premium cabinets, but they want to fill out their arcade. So they go to Walmart and buy 3 more of the regular units. I really think this could be a big win, but I'm selfish. I know what I want more than what thinking about another company. I would be able to buy something like this. It would be awesome. Again, I think Arcade1up's just our only hope here. They're the only company with the level of money and the interest in selling us lots of different smaller scale cabinets. I believe it can be done. I would love to see if if their cost basis for building a specialty cabinet was $500 and they're getting components with bulk pricing. I would really like to see what level of quality they could bring Again, this is where in my last video I mentioned they need to have really a round table of arcade enthusiasts to run these choices past or to get insight from, and it would be talking to them about which titles are really worth rebuilding, which design elements do they need to hit, how can they get this as perfect to the original as possible. I believe it can be done. I'm hoping to see it done, but it makes you wonder, what will things look like 2 years from now when 2 years ago none of this stuff existed? I mean, it's really incredible that now there's this whole world of home arcade products. I'm recording this right now in my basement and I've got 10, 11 cabinets down here. 2 years ago, I had 0. So the whole thing's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what's coming next. Love to know what you guys think about these mini arcades. Again, they're not really up for sale as far as I can tell. These are products you would rent, but they're built by hand. These things are built by love. But I think they're a really cool inspiration for what we could get as something to buy for our house. Shout out to the company that does this, Small Change Arcade. There's a video on YouTube featuring them. I'm going to link it below. Really recommend you check it out. This guy, clearly this company is a labor of love. Big props to him, and shout out to Arcade1up for that sales milestone. That's a big deal really for all of us. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, let me know what you think, and if you're enjoying the channel, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you see when we've got new videos out. I'll talk to you guys again soon.